Alright, hello, I'm Jog, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Last time, we took care of the first dungeon, the Eastern Dungeon. We found Sahasala blah 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 blah. And after giving him the pendant, he gave us the power of, if I can show these off, Pegasus Boots! You got the ability of the dash. He also gave us some information to go check the right of Lake Hylia, so that's where we're gonna head off next. Also, we went to the library and found ourselves a book. It burns, but we got a book. Either way, down here we go. We're actually here last episode. As right over to the left, we actually got a hot piece. I don't remember how long into the episode that was, but either way, be a little bit careful if you're gonna dash through all of this because of that guy. And these guys. I think it's more up to RNG where they are going to be, because they're always just gonna be moving around randomly. Either way, they're not my main concern. My main concern is going over this way and getting my bombs out. Because we got a wallet down here to break open. Thank you, crab, for the heart. I'm gonna go over this way, blow up this wall to go through a cave entrance, mostly to grab this hidden item. You found the ice rod! Its shell magic blasts the air, but what's your magic meter? This seems like it should be an optional item. It seems like something that you could just have just to help out later on. I'm going to tell you right now, it is 100% required. Unless there's a way to defeat a certain enemy later on that I am not aware of, it is 100% required. Now, thankfully the game does tell you by having Sahasala to go over to this location, but the fact that it's required and not part of a dungeon is kind of rude. There is a cave up here. I want to say it is nothing necessary for progression, but hey, it's here, so why the heck not? Hopefully everyone is having themselves a fantastic day. We got these guys, Moldorms. And you can actually, yeah, couldn't do it before for whatever reason. Gonna say, we can walk through the bottom. Thankfully, the cave flooring, the bottomless holes, did not go all the way around. Okay, well, I don't have to use the fairy in the bottle like this. However, I'm dying, thank you. We go up to this way and talk to you. Take some rubies, but don't tell anyone I gave them to you. Keep it between us, okay? 3 hundo! I'm almost maxed out. I think these are also... Okay, no, it's not money. Some arrows, some money, some more money, and some bombs. I'm almost maxed out on cash, so... Dang! That 300 is going to come very handy after this next dungeon, for something I have in mind. It's going to cost a good amount of money. I believe it is 500 rupees, so that 300 will be a great, I guess, down payment towards that. Either way, if we look on the map, we have 2 locations that we know of to actually progress. That is over to the west and up to the north. Yeah, that's right, you better run. I'll tell you right now, we do not have the ability to go up north towards Des Mountain, so we need to go over to the west, over to the deserts. Again, we were also here last time, getting ourselves a piece of heart out here. Also, I don't get why this is out here. I guess it's just decoration, but alright. I was gonna say, also out here in the desert we can find some more enemies. Honestly, the desert is not all that threatening. Honestly, the cacti are probably a bigger threat than anything. Either way, we go over this way and find ourselves a platform with more Hylia writing that we cannot read. Thankfully, we got the book. We use the book to open the way to go forward. Make your wish here and it will be granted. And apparently my wish is not to have these weird Octorok-looking rocks destroyed, but to have them move instead. I don't know, considering it's blocking my pathway back, but... Either way, welcome to the second dungeon. The Sand Dungeon, I believe this one is. Or the Sand Palace? Something of that nature. Not a very bad dungeon. Actually, not all that long. It's actually interesting because it's actually divided up into 2 parts. I'm trying to think, where do we start? I think we start over here on the left-hand side. If memory is correct. Because, yes, we got a key. Also, Sahasala Link in his eye, you must never fail to find all the treasure in each dungeon. Thank you, I'll take that key gladly. That room to the left is something we can't deal with right now. This room up here on the top is actually conjoined. Well, most of it is conjoined. We get more of these guys. Oh. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna have to get this thing plugged in. Get out of here! The controller dies, I'm gonna be very upset. But then again, I can't remember the last time I actually plugged it in. Either way we do that, nothing. So what's with this room then? There has to be something, and there is, if I can just find it, possibly right behind here. Get ourselves a chest with the map. We got a map, we got the map, we got the map, we got the map, we got the map, and it'll show us the dungeon. So, a basement, first floor, and a second floor. Not too bad. Honestly, we'll be out of this dungeon and possibly on our way towards the next dungeon before this thing ends. Anyways, Antlion, get out of here. This room is a trap. You don't have to go this way at all, but I just want to show it off. Because you go in here, and then, yeah, it's an enemy room. But if you hear that... Interesting. There's some sort of weird sound coming from the other side of that wall. Let's go investigate. That's why we had to go get the key on the left-hand side to come over here to the right-hand side. And more of these weird, sort of intestine-looking things? I don't know. By the way, compass! The compass is not all that great. Now, how do we compare the compass? In Zelda 1, the compass would show you where either A, the piece of the Triforce was located, or B, in the final dungeon, it would show you where Zelda was located. In Zelda 2, there was no map, there was no compass. In this game, what does the compass do? It essentially just tells you where the boss is, so you know where the end of the dungeon is, and maybe the entrance? But it doesn't show you the location of, say, treasure chests, so... It's not all that great when you compare it to later games in the series. I'm just gonna say that right now. Now, is that a bit of an unfair comparison? Yes, but... the reason people don't really care too much for the compass in this game at all. Either way, go over here now that we got the big key to get the Power Glove. You can feel strength in both your hands, pick up and carry stones. So, yes, we have just increased our strength. Which is actually something I brought back in Ocarina of Time now I'm thinking about it. Although that wasn't shown until, like, one of the last 2 dungeons, not including the final dungeon. So, yeah, interesting we'll get that now. Either way, we got a little thing over here. I think it's just fairies, yes. And I did use one of my fairies earlier, so if you can get into my butterfly net, thank you. Let's just head on out of here. How did you know to push that block? You don't. You just have to figure it out. Kind of annoying like that. But if you're really interested, you'll probably trial and error your way through it. Either way, going down this way, knock the vulture out of the way and get ourselves another heart piece. So, there we go. We are pretty well. We're like, what, 8? 7? I think what, 7. So, I mean, we will be well ready for this. Well, for this and future dungeons. Either way, we got a locked door and we got a flowaway that's trying to kill us! You can actually defeat the flowing, although we just had to find the key. I don't believe there's a chest in there, and if there is, I don't care for it. Just gonna say, just keep on moving. Also, these BMOs is what they're called. The guys that shoot lasers at me. They can't head us through walls, they can't see me behind these statues, so don't worry too much about... If you can find a good way to keep cover, you don't have to worry about them too much. Throw into the key. Some magic. Don't... Actually, I do need that magic, that's a lie. Ow. Yeah, you're gonna need a little bit of magic, although the game might give us some. Another room full of chests. I believe it's the top right on this one? Yes, because it's the bottom left of the first, top right of the second. That's how that one works. Okay, get out your bow. I mean, you don't have to, but I'd rather not have to deal with him. And get out the magical lamp, because you do need the lamp. You need a fire source to actually light these torches, because doing so somehow causes the entire wall to start moving backwards. Interesting how that works. Either way, bar store, and here we go. Welcome to the bosses of the desert place. I can't remember the names. I want to say it's like Moldorm or something like that, but I know it's not that. It's actually an enemy that was found in Zelda 1, but obviously given a much better look in this game. So there are 3 of them. You can hit them in the heads, you can hit them in the tail, I think. You can also shoot them with your bow. Just be careful when they come out of the ground, because they do shoot rocks. These ugly things shoot rocks. Yeah, I don't know how powerful using the bow is. If anything, I would say just a spin attack is probably going to be your best bet. But that's 1 down, and with 1 down, 2 left. That's 2 down, 1 left. So when 2 are defeated and only 1 remains, keep an eye on the rock that it spits out. 8. Up, down, left, right, top, right, bottom, bottom, right. So it does become more difficult, but as long as you're okay and not an entire straight, you should be fine. Hot piece, or hot container for us, and pendant number 2. You have won the Pendant of Power. Your goal of finding 3 pendants is in sight. Go for the final one. Kind of makes a little bit of sense. We had to get the Power Glove to actually finish this dungeon, to lift off the rock, so getting the Pendant of Power makes a little bit of logical sense. And the Pendant of Courage being in the first dungeon also makes a little bit of sense, because we had to have the courage to go through a dungeon when, well, all we've done before, or so far in the story, was just, well, save the princess from Hyrule Castle. So, with the Power Glove, I believe there are 2 well, first off, we can lift up these rocks, kind of like I showed before. This rock will always respawn, so it's not like an immediate, like, fast travel point, but it does make getting down to that swampy, marshy area a lot easier. Now, with the gloves, this is something I could technically hold off until later, but A, I have a lot of money, and I want to go spend some money. And B, there's a heart piece up this way that I can get thanks to this, that I want to get out of the way now. So if you didn't get the magic powder before, you can always use that now. I just did it because I want to make sure I had it. I want to go over this way. If you actually look at the map, you can see there's a little bit of something over that way. But not a whole lot. I'm gonna tell you right now, the map actually has a little bit more... There's actually a little bit more to this location than what the map shows. Also, pumpkins! We can just bash into them to destroy them. Actually, I think we did that before in the last episode, and I'm thinking about it, because near the Sanctuary, I believe, is the location where I did that. Okay. Let's just keep on moving, because if we go up this way, bring up the map, we're at this top right corner. So you might think this is just like a small little area, but it's not. It's a bit open. And I don't remember no, this is the way out. I want to go up. Because I want to get that hot piece over that way. Also, these are Zora. We did see them... Okay, hold on. We did see them back in Zelda 1. And I don't think they were found in Zelda 2. I could be mistaken. But yes, River Zora. Just kind of annoying. They spit fireballs at us. If they spawn through their whirlpools, if it's in the middle of the dark blue, they just sit there, throw a fireball at us, and go back underneath. If they go onto the shallow pool of water, which I'm standing on, they will pop out and chase us down a little bit. But nothing too dangerous.
What do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask of me?
I want the flippers!
But I don't just give flippers away for free. I'll sell them to you for a high price. 500 rupees a pair. What are you gonna do? One pair of flippers coming right up. I'll give you a free bonus with your purchase. I'll let you use the magic waterways, us sea folk, which links lakes and rivers. When you use a whirlpool, dive into it and you'll never know where you'll surface.
With that, we have bought the Zelda flippers. With these, we can now go swimming under the deep water. Okay, so that is, again, another required item to get. And it's expensive, 500 rupees. There is, I think, one other item that we will be required, a heart piece, to actually buy in order to complete the game. But by that point, that's going to be like an endgame situation, so you'll have time, and you can always grind up rupees or try your luck at the minigames, so I'm gonna say, if you're worried about money, don't be. Money shouldn't be anything too difficult. But I believe someone at the milk bar told us that there was a secret behind the waterfall, because there's always a secret behind the waterfall, in this case, a mysterious pond. Want to throw something in? Yes. We got 2 items to throw in this place. First off, our shield. Hello there. Did you drop this? Yes. I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return. For being so polite, we get our shield improved. It can now defend against fireballs. Fireballs, yum! Now if we just stay up this way just for a little bit longer, we can throw something else in. So I went up for the shield. If I go down to the boomerang, like how the music just completely restarts. Hello, did you drop this? I like an honest person, and I will give you something better in return. Our boomerang becomes the magical boomerang. It can be thrown faster and further than the old one. Again, it's a boomerang, not the most critical of items, but if you like the boomerang, hey, you got it. Now, we could go a couple of different ways, but how about we take this whirlpool to show this off? Whirlpools can actually warp us around, so we went from the top right of the planet down to the bottom right. So that actually allows me to show this off as well. Gotta stay careful. I can't dive under the water, and it's like swimming is like in ice for some reason. If we go up this way, we can find ourselves a pond. The Pond of Happiness. Throw some rupees in, and your wishes will surely come true. I'll throw in a few. Take 20. Happiness increased by 20. In total, your happiness is 20. You'll become happier by 1 step. For your reference today, you'll have good luck. Alright, but I want better luck. How can I get the best of luck? Throw some rupees into the pond. Yeah, I'll throw in a few. If it hasn't been too obvious, we're going to be here a while. So for 40, we have a little luck. Hey, that went down. Don't do this to me. Here's another 20 for 60. Big trouble! What a ripoff! My luck is just going down the drain every time. This deal's gonna end worse all the time. I have thrown in another 20, so now we have 80. I will have big trouble! You cheapskate! You swindler! Why do I keep throwing money in? By the way, we have thrown in 100, and when you throw in 100, I will make your wish come true. I want to carry more bombs, I wish to carry more arrows. So by doing this, you can increase the capacity of your bombs and or arrows. She will increase them by 5 for every time you throw in 100 rupees. Thankfully though, after throwing in the initial 100, it'll become a little bit easier. Now you can throw in 25 to 50. It would be nice if, I don't know, you could just throw in 100, but what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember off the top of my head what the max amount of bombs and arrows you can have. I do know that if you hit the limit and you throw in more money, like if I say the arrows that max out at 40 and I wish to upgrade it again, or try to upgrade it again, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, 40's the max, she will give you back your money, so you don't lose out on the cash that you put in, so keep that in mind. It's just annoying how you have to keep on waiting. And I get it, it's a limitation of the time, but that doesn't make things all that better. But yes, if you max out everything in this pond, again, there's only like one other thing that money really becomes a big issue with. I mean, there are a few things that you're gonna want money for, but nothing outrageous like this one costing 100 or the flippers costing 500, so Yeah. This is honestly probably the biggest way of trying to just spend cash in this game that you can do. I wish to carry more bombs. Okay, she upgraded. I don't know why I didn't see her do that. Either way, hold on for just 1 second as I go plug in my controller. And I'll be back in just a sec. Alright, back here we are. And I wanted to do that save and quit trick again. I should have actually got my notes. I believe I want to go back to the sanctuary, because I believe... Well, actually, I know there's actually a couple of things we can do right here. Or at least one thing I can do right here. We go over to the right. We can go over to this graveyard area. I'm pretty sure I've shown this off before, if maybe not in, like, great detail. I want to go and, with my power gloves, lift those up, and my dash... Well, maybe not the dash, I just need the push. Okay. I just want to push the grave and fall back down here into the sewers, so... yeah, if you remember these cracked holes in the wall that we found back when we were saving Zelda, well, this is how we get back down here to grab them. Got myself some bombs, not all that necessary right now. 3 hundo, and some arrows. Okay. With that, that's all I can do down here, so all I have to do now is just get on out of here. So let's just speed this up then. Alright, now back up here onto the surface. If we go over to the left of the sanctuary, I believe it is right up this... No. Yes? Yes. Getting myself all thrown off. If we go up this way... Get rid of you. Well, first off, there's a couple of things. I am correct. And if I bash into that tree, apples! Apples essentially works as hearts, so... Yeah, kind of cool. It's actually... I don't know if that was brought back... I wonder if that was the inspiration for the food recovery things from Breath of the Wild. Either way, we need the gloves to go over this way, and as we go down this way, well, now we're trapped. Can't get out now, not unless we save and quit. So... yeah, let's go out and explore, not down that way. Hello there, old man. I don't know who you are, but if you're going up to the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lamp, so... God dang it, old man! Why couldn't you just give me a sword instead? Oh, watch your step! There are holes in the ground! Could you turn right here? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. I do not want to steer you wrong, so please, don't get too involved with such a mad quest. Don't tell me what to do. Turn right here. You know I have a granddaughter who is your age. The king took her to the castle and never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he's trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men. How? Wait, are you a descendant? Yes, it would seem that he is just like Sesahasa, possibly a descendant of the sages. Sorry, the 7 wise men, who, well, later on would be known as sages in the timeline, or in the series. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. These are dangerous times, I talk too much. Anyways, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into a medical transporter, gaze into this mirror. We got the magic mirror! What's this mirror? It's a blue... this mirror is blue, clear, and beautiful. You feel like it's gonna absorb you into another world. So if we go in here, we now have another way of saving and quitting. The wizard has deceived the king and is now trying to open the way to the Dark World. To complete your quest, you will need the Moon's Pearl, which is in the tower on top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. Come back here at any time. So yes, free heals. Very much appreciative. And, well, we're pretty much running out of time. And maybe that would have been a better place to stop, but I'm not going to care too much, as we will stop right in front of the next dungeon instead. However, before that, there are, I believe, 2 more heart pieces for us to collect, meaning we won't get another full heart container right now, but later on. I believe we want to go... I believe it is this one? My notes say the second drop, so I believe it is this one. Yes. Want to go over this way, because as we go up and around, we got ourselves this. Link, it is I, Sarah. You must somehow make your way to the top of Spectacle Rock. From there, you can reach the Tower of Hera on the top of Death Mountain. So yes, this is Death Mountain. It's called Death Mountain because you will die. Except it's nowhere near as difficult as it was in Zelda 1 or Zelda 2. Although, it does kind of beg the question of what happens to Death Mountain if this game is a sequel prequel to Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. There is no Tower of Hera. I mean, there is Dungeon 9 in Zelda 1. So maybe Dungeon 1, or maybe the Tower of Hera gets converted into Dungeon 9, which is Ganon's lair in the original game? Well, either way, we were told to beware of weird-looking portals, and, well, this thing looks weird to me. Let's get out this magical mirror. We're a bunny! Oh, who are you, Mr. Bunny? This world is like the real world, but evil has twisted it. The golden power is what changes your shape to reflect what's in your heart and mind. I'm always trained to my mind, so I turn into a ball, but if you have a ball called the moon ball, you can keep your original shape here.
What do you want? Don't you have something to say? Do you have something to say to me, you silly rabbit? I came here to get the paw of gold, but now I'm a freak! I can't go back to the real world. If I only had the moon paw from the Tower of Hera, I could go back to my original form. I got a good reason to be stressed out, so back off!
Alright, I'm just going to ignore you, go up this way, and get another heart piece. We're just getting these pretty quickly, and this would be the Tower of Hera. However, before we go there and end things off, go over this way and find some more ancient writing. Hold up the Master Sword, and you will get the Magic of Ether. So, we have a reason to come back up this way after we get ourselves the Master Sword. I believe that is another required item, but considering you should be able to find that just by going up this way, I mean, a little bit out of the way, so it is possible to miss it. On your first playthrough, you probably would explore a little bit and find it, but either way, not here, not now. The Tower of Hera will wait until next time. And it's gonna be a big one. Except not really. But I will see you next time. Bye-bye.